All right, everybody. Whoa, sorry, that's a little hot. I get the hint. I get the hint. My streams have been running long. Come on now. We're going to do a short one here. I promise. I promise we're going to do a short one. Really, honestly, short relatively. If I can get it under 7 hours, we're good. We're good. It'll still qualify as a short. If I'm behind in chat for 30 minutes, it's going to be a quick one, right? You guys are cracking me up. No, seriously, I have to do, well, not have to, but kind of have to do a short one here. And I want to get to it like this, based on the description. This is going to be the vote for the master study because I thought it's now or never. I want to start it next week. I was super jazzed about like gathering the images of what we're going to vote on today. And I prepped my vote, prepped the community tab. I will hit that live very soon once I reveal to you guys what I'll be doing for the master study. But so good to see you guys all. I saw most of you guys on Wednesday, or talked to most of you guys on Wednesday, and had to put in this extra stream for the week just to get this master study going. Because otherwise I was like, I don't really have time to stream on the weekend to get it. And then if I stream on Monday, the master study is going to get pushed. I'd like to start the master study coming on Monday because I have other little plans in the works for what I want to do on YouTube. So I just want to keep the rhythm going. So let's get to the vote. But I'm going to say hi to everybody first. This is what delays me, that I say hi to all you guys. But I got to be polite. John was in here first in chat.
He goes, what's your name? He goes, John.
John, it's been a while since you've been first in chat, man, but it's good to see you here. And I am glad that you were first. I'm glad that you are here shepherding all of the folks. Get them in line. Timmy Mello's here. What's up, Timmy Mello?
And the Guardians are headed to October.
See, Timmy Mello's a little surprised to see John as well. We missed you on Wednesday, John. We were all wondering where you were if you didn't get to watch that recording of Wednesday. In the middle of it, people are like, where's John? Comrade Sammy was calling you out. She was going to give you a hard time. I don't know if that happened between Wednesday and now, and that's why you were first. But if it was Comrade Sammy, well done. Mark's Music Obsession, as always. How you doing, Mark? Mark's heading up to his mom's birthday is coming up soon. His birthday. Maggie's birthday just happened. Birthday, Mark. December Obsession. Good to see you, man. I will get that just give me a shout out if you have to leave, because I will throw that community tab up. But we're going to get to it. Don't worry. Comrade Sammy's here. Keeping everybody honest. What's up, Comrade Sammy? Mark was saying put the vote up when you can, in case he has to leave. Yes, for sure. I will get it up. It'll be up till tomorrow. Oh, shoot. Did I write that right on my... Oh, yeah. No, I wrote that right. Yeah, I will leave it up. Usually I leave it up for a day. So don't worry. You will get to vote, but I'm sure you want to vote as soon. Put your 2 cents in there. Nobody believes me that this is going to be a short stream. I'm going to prove you guys right. Who's here? Diesel. What's up, Diesel? Good to see you. As I said in the chat at the beginning here, I got a surprise for you, man. So here we go, Diesel. Diesel with his new sound effect for my chat. Welcome to the Mod Squad, Diesel. From last time, I got to work on your sound effect over Thanksgiving break, and there you go. Let's hear that one again. There we go. Some manly, super-powered Diesel sound for you. So hope you like that. And great to see you. Great to see you here. Wow, I feel like I'm moving fast. See, this is going fast. Timmy Miller thinks the minimum will likely be 2 hours. No, I'm going to actually try. I think I can keep this under an hour, guys, which would be a record. But I think I can do it. It's the Rocky Show. That sounds really weird, Diesel, but I'm going to take it. What Let's see. Rocky is showing us instead of a long stream, he just won't start. That's right. That's a way to do it. Let's see. Get comfortable, guys. I'm trying. I'm moving fast. I am. I'm moving fast. Part of it is I have some place to go. I have to go. I'm gonna go hang out with my buddy Marty in a bit. So I will say hey to him for you guys because I know you guys know him. I gotta get Marty back on this stream. I gotta get some guests back on this stream. I've been neglecting that a little bit. But yeah, I will. I'm gonna go hang out with Marty, and I can't miss that. So that's another reason why I gotta make this a shorter stream. But I'm catching it up here. Emo, did I miss Emo? Emo Trash, you're here. There you go. See, I am moving so fast that people might not even get greeted. That's how fast I'm moving. It's a Friday. It's a beautiful Friday here. Sun is out. I'm ready to be outside. I can't be cooped up inside for much longer. Another reason why I got to make this fast and get out of here. Emo Trash is ready for the weekend. Sounds like it. Let's do it. Diesel loves it. Nice. Comrade Sammy says, congrats on the soundbite. Awesome. Supercharged Diesel. I love it. There we go. Diesel, get comfortable, man. We love you here in the chat, so we're going to play that Diesel sound a lot. Yes, John, you were first. And I like the long streams, Rocky. I just have visitors today. No problem. I wondered that. I was like, I think it was like my last stream the on Wednesday. I think it took me like 50 minutes to get to the comics. And I felt so bad when I was rewatching. I was like, holy cow. Emo Trash always jokes with me that I'm yapping, and I do yap too much. So I got to mix it up here with like some quick, straight to the point streams, some yapping streams. I gotta work it. I gotta mix it up just so that people aren't like, all right, where's our Rocky guy talking again? But yeah, wait. John says, darn it, Katie. Katie's not here, is it? Did I miss Katie? I didn't miss Katie, did I? I would have seen that. No, I missed it. Okay, Katie's not here. Okay. Don't freak me out, John. There will be no weekend here, Emo Trash says. I don't know what you guys are doubting, but probably that I will go short. I'm going to get to it. I am. Here we go. I already caught up on the chat. It's a dumb project from today till its due date on Tuesday. It's okay. You're heading into a weekend, Emo Trash. You got a couple days cushion. You got this. Don't worry about it. Tuesday's great. At least it's not due on Monday. That would stink. Emo Trash says she craves an early retirement. Don't do that. Yeah, you are too young to crave an early retirement. Yeah, exactly. Tim and Mello says, not in this economy. You got to hang on to the student status for as long as you can, because people are like, give them a shot. This is their shot. But the second you get into the work world, it's like nobody gives you a shot. All right. Look at that. Caught up on the chat. And we are going to go. Okay. I'm not kidding here. I'm going to fly through this. You guys are not even prepared for how fast I'm going. I mentioned Katie is streaming in 30 minutes. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? You guys will be able to get to Katie's stream. You guys will be able to get to Katie's stream because I'm going to go that fast. I really am. All right. Here we go. Okay, so this is, for those of you who don't, I think Diesel, I don't know if you have participated in the voting for the master studies before. So the premise is basically, I put in front of the chat, usually before it was random, but now it's like I try and limited like 3 options for you guys to vote on for what the next master study that I will be doing. And the master study, if you don't know, is I take a comic page by a comic master that I really admire, that I admire what they do, whether it's technique or style or just them as a comic book artist, and I reproduce it from scratch. So from blank page to finished inks. And I've done 4 so far. I've done a Mike Zeck page, a Punisher page. I've done a Michael Golden page from the NAM, the amazing series, the NAM. I did a Will Eisner page from The Spirit, and I also finished a Mobius page. He did a Silver Surfer story with Stan Lee. So all of those were so different, so exciting, and have been really fun to do. And if you haven't watched any of those, Diesel or anybody, go check out the playlist I have. I've organized them by playlist. Each one is probably about anywhere from 4 to 8 or 9 different live streams that I do, where I'm actually just drawing on camera and talking through the process and yapping, as you guys all know. And so yeah, that has been really informative for me. It's taught me a lot as an artist, just kind of learning from the masters and seeing why they do what they do, the choices they make, and you can kind of like theorize why they do what they do just by looking at the page. But when you have to recreate it yourself using the tools, brush, ink, pencil, nib, and try and recreate what they did as close as possible, then you learn a lot from that. And so I've learned a ton from just these 4 pages that I've done, and I try and summarize what I've learned, like the top 3 things I've learned. I've done that for Mike Zeck and Michael Golden. The Will Eisner page is up for me to do a top 3 things I've learned from Eisner. So yeah, I've learned a lot from that. And so I just want to keep doing it. And it seems like I get good engagement with the YouTube audience of that, because people love seeing the creative process. People love seeing art being created live. And I just have so much fun with the chat. I stream all hours of the day for those live streams, for those master studies. And it usually takes me about a week to 2 weeks to do a master study, just to stream it at the same time. So yeah, and I like to start at the beginning of the week and kind of roll through it. So anyway, I put in front of the chat 3 options for them to vote on, just to give you guys a little bit of ownership of the torture of doing the master study. And so that's what today is, to set up the vote. Does that make sense? I hope so. Let's see. Timmy Mello says he will work forever. Emo Trash says, wow, whoops, sorry. That is huge. Whoa, Emo Trash. Why is that? And this, oh man. And this is why my stream will go, no, that's not right. Reduce size. Emo Trash, why are you yelling? That is too large. All right. Well, we're just going to go big here because I cannot shrink that. Let's try this. Text box shrink. That's one. So this is why I'm going to go late or slow. All right, here we go. Emo Trash says, but he assigned that stupid essay and 2 complete other assignments that don't even supplement the other project I just started earlier today. You can do it, Emo Trash. Dark background. Okay, somewhere in the Diesel said, is Emo Trash yelling? Kind of. Emo Trash, it's all right. It's going to be okay. Let me see. Can I do that? All right, that's better. Running on like 4.5 hours of sleep. Had to drop at the vet. You guys wonder why I'm so behind. There's all these stories going on. So fascinating. My head hurts. Probably drink some water. See, here we go. We got cats in the vet. Emo Trash's homework assignment. The stream. You have another drawing. Oh my gosh, Emo. It's gonna be okay. The weekend is here. Rocky's dulcet ASMR tones will help. I will. Derail. There we go. Derailer in Chief. She has earned that title in this chat. John, you're right. Rocky's soothing voice does help. There we go. All right. I love that. I ate a microwave breakfast thing when we came back because the sugar dropped. Diesel's loving it. This is welcome, Diesel. This is the norm for this chat. All right. Look at that. We're like, how many minutes are we in here? 20 minutes? We're doing good. Okay. Lastly, Rocky, when you get screaming emo, when you essentially tell her to chill, I'm womaning correctly for once in my life. Be proud of me. I'm sorry. I shouldn't tell you to chill. That's like the number one no when somebody is freaking out, to be like, dude, calm down. It's not a big deal. I've learned that, I won't divulge how old I am, but I'm older than you for sure, emo. And I've learned that the hard way of me just like, what's the big deal? It's not a big deal. When you tell somebody who is, expressing their frustration or whatever. So I won't tell you to chill, emo. I'll say it's going to be okay. We're here for you. We support you. You're going to have fun. You're going to do great. You are going to ace those assignments. I know it because you are a hard worker. And it's tough. It is tough having a lot of homework going into the weekend. But just take it step by step, day by day, and you are going to get through it. How was that? Was that better than just saying chill? I don't know. Here, emo says the weekend doesn't matter when I have to work for the entire. It's true. I agree. All right, here we go. I'm gonna give you guys a drum roll. Can I time this right? Of what it is we're gonna vote on. So usually, so what I've done in the past is I've picked the artist myself. Mike Zeck, Michael Golden, Will Eisner, Mobius. I've picked the artist myself, and I've given the chat 3 different options out of those artists. This today is going to be different. That's one difference. Number 2, the other difference of today is I've taken the suggestion from the chat. I believe Mark's Music Obsession was the first to suggest this, but I think other people have confirmed it of like, hey, why don't you try a page that is not sequential, is just one image, like a splash page or a cover image. And so that's what I'm doing this week. Are you guys ready? This is so exciting. For me, it's exciting. I am letting you guys pick. We are going to be doing a Wolverine cover. What do you think? What do you think of that? That sounds a little, I feel like I needed like a slash sound. Huh? Can I use, I'm gonna steal your sound, Comrade Sammy. Kind of needed a little like a, when you see the Wolverine slash. We are gonna pick a Wolverine cover to work on. And so that was really, I won't say difficult, challenging, because there are so many great Wolverine covers. I'm sure some of you comic people that are watching right now have already, in your mind, imagined what could be the Wolverine covers we're going to pick. There are 3 top covers. So it was hard for me to narrow it down to 3 because I actually came out with like 6 different options for a Wolverine cover. Because there's been so many good, right? Wolverine is such a classic character, classic Marvel character. So many great moments. I'll just already let you guys know I did not include the like Mike Zeck Captain America Wolverine cover, which is so good because I already did a Mike Zeck page. So I didn't include that, but that one was in my mind of like, ooh, that was a really, really good cover to do. But yeah, so it was tough to narrow it down to these 3. Granted, these are not the totality of what I think are the best Wolverine covers, but they are up there. So I'm really excited to show you guys which ones we are going to pick. Let's see. Timmy Millo, before we get to it, Timmy Millo says, it's days like this where I miss having heavy homework deadlines to keep me honest. I can't agree with you there, Timmy Mello. I don't ever I don't think I can ever go back to homework. I hated homework. Even assignments, I'd rather just set deadlines for myself of like stuff I want to work on. Yes, it's great to have a deadline. Yes, it's great for somebody to push you out of your comfort zone, but I've never been like, I can't wait. I want to get back to get those homework days. Yeah, that's not me. Are All right, Timmy Mello. All right, cool. KSSS is here. What's up, KSSS? Happy birthday. How are you doing? I'm here to vote, but also at work. Happy birthday, Rocky. Happy birthday to you, KSSS. Good to see you. And I'm ramming off of both coffee and a Monster. Oh my gosh. Look out, everybody. Comrade Sammy says Ninja Soundbite is meant for Chat Ninja. Chat Ninja. Okay. Sorry. I needed some sort of like scratching sound. Sorry. Didn't mean to appropriate your sound. Happy birthday to KSSF. Everybody's saying emo trash. We are yapping. All right, cool. All right, cool. Deep breaths, everybody. Okay, so we're going to pick Wolverine page. Are you guys ready for number 1? I'm going to give you another drum roll. I got to get John's message off there. Booyah. Frank Miller, right? Wolverine number 1 miniseries. Come on, if that's not a classic Wolverine page, I don't know what is. Amazing image. I've seen a lot of people dissect this image as far as like, where did it come from? Who, where did he get the reference from? I think I've seen a few images of references that he possibly got this from, but holy cow, I love this image. The come hither to Wolverine, I'm going to stab you with my claws image. The face is amazing. That finger is amazing. And it's just classic Miller. At the time, he hadn't even hit peak Miller at this point. But this is where he put his mark. I would say all 4 of those covers. And I have this. I've opened this or unboxed this on stream. You guys can find it. I can't even remember off the top of my head which stream it was. But I did unbox this Wolverine Deluxe Edition. And the 4 covers for this series, I actually don't like the way they colored it. But the 4 covers for this series were unbelievable because they basically just soloed out Wolverine in the cover. Like there's no background. It's just solo Wolverine. So that one was issue 1. Issue 2, without having to change my camera angle here, this was issue 2 cover. Another amazing image. Love that image. The lighting on that image is incredible. And he's just coming at you with his claws. Issue 3, super dramatic there in the lighting. And then issue 4 with that crossbow. But for the purpose of voting here, I picked issue 1, which I think is just such a classic Wolverine image. And I can also show you, here's what the black and white looks like. So I won't be reproducing it with color. I will not be reproducing it with the type. I will be reproducing it black and white. So it'll look closer to that black and white insert that I just popped on screen. So that is the iconic Frank Miller image for choice A. Timmy Mello says that's pretty iconic. It sure is. It really is. So that one's a fun choice. KSSS says Deadline should be renamed to something more motivational sounding. Deadline sounds like... That's right. Deadline. Are you ready for your deadline? Wow, somebody do a search on the origins of that word. It's so true. It must have been a lot more morbid when somebody came up with that word. Timmy Mello says, come here, bub, before I really mess you up. It's absolutely the come here, bub image. I love it. I really love this image a lot. So that one will be fun to dig into if it is so voted on. All right, image A. All right, here we go. How can we even top that, image A? Are you ready for the next one? Booyah. Todd McFarlane, Incredible Hulk, issue 340. Holy cow. I love this image so much. Talk about iconic. No one did it better than Todd of how could you make a confrontational image between the Hulk? I mean, this is the Hulk's comic for Pete's sake. And he put Wolverine on the cover and made Wolverine look so cool. and made the Hulk look so cool without even showing him like physically. That reflection in the blades, and I've seen so many people comment online about there's no way that would have worked, like physically, the physics of the blades reflecting the Hulk that way. I've seen people try and recreate this cover or do their homage to this cover where they made the blades a little bit more realistic in perspective and angle, and it just doesn't work. I remember seeing this as a kid and my mind just freaking out of how cool this image was. And I wasn't like, oh, you know what? The perspective on those blades don't work with the what do you call it? The casings. It's too sharp. They're flat. I didn't care. That image was so cool. And Hulk, oh my gosh. Yeah, I get so excited when I see this. And the black and white version of this is right here. So that's kind of, that would be close to what I would be doing for the recreation. And fortunately, that black and white version is included in the Todd McFarlane artist edition of his Spider-Man series. Like, that's how powerful this image was. It's like they released an artist edition of Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man work, which is beautiful. It's a beautiful compilation of that, black and white scans. But they just included this image in the back because they're like, this is so iconic, Todd McFarlane image. So Todd McFarlane was one of my favorite artists growing up. The way that he captured that excitement and how he made me so excited to see him draw comics was unbelievable, or was just like mind blowing, and changed my life. Like I was just so excited every time he would draw anything with comics. And this was where Todd McFarlane, he was just hitting gear 10 with his career at this point. He hadn't even hit the pinnacle of like Spawn or his Spider-Man stuff. This was right when people were like, Todd McFarlane, holy cow. Like he took hold of that incredible Hulk run and just floored everybody the way that he interpreted the Hulk. So anyway, there was no way that I could do a Wolverine vote for a cover reproduction without including this image. It's just iconic. It's amazing. And like I said, I've seen many people try and reproduce this, like their style or whatever. Nothing comes close to what Todd did on this image. So I'm so excited about that as one of the votes. Timmy Mello says, I did a fan sketch of this cover. Awesome, Timmy Mello. If I work on it, I'll be right there with you. Like, there's no way I could capture what Todd did, but gosh darn it, I will try if I get picked on that. The Buscema Wolverine on bodies better be there. Oh, no. That one was one of the images. There was another Frank Miller image. I'm telling you, KSS, there were so many images of Wolverine that were just iconic for covers. And I will say that as I was gathering these, I tried to pick some that were very distinctly the artist and also were similar in not composition, but intent, I guess maybe is how I would put it. In that, like for example, that Buscema one with all the bodies, like it's awesome, it's amazing, it's iconic. However, it's different. It's kind of a different setup than these last two, and I'll show you the third one, and you'll see why. The earlier two, or the first two, like it's just like Wolverine, big on screen, looking at the camera, and just like purely Wolverine, no background. It's just all about who Wolverine is. So that's why I picked the three images that I did. But yes, it did exclude the other ones, and I'm sure I'm going to disappoint a lot of people. But hopefully these three images are cool enough that you'll find something to vote for. Otherwise, I failed. Timmy Mello says Todd McFarlane can really do it all. He could. At that point, every Todd McFarlane image, I don't care what he was drawing, I thought it was the coolest version of that drawing. I've seen like I've seen people like poo-poo on how he drew like the X-Men. He didn't work on the X-Men per se, like as a regular book, but he would do them for just like cameos or like pinups or covers, variant covers. And I always loved, at that point, I was just like Todd 100%. Whatever Todd does is perfect. And any version that Todd drew was amazing. And he for sure did all of the stuff that he drew for Spider-Man on his Spider-Man run. He just made it the coolest version. He made the coolest Spider-Man, the coolest Green Goblin, the coolest Hobgoblin, coolest Kraven, coolest Hydra Man, like all those guys, Sandman, all of them. Like for me, they were just the best. So yeah, I was a huge Todd McFarlane fan, and that is option B. All right, here we go. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. That's not it. There's one more, but it's not the Buscema image. I'm really sorry. I apologize. Frank Miller, Todd, who else? Here goes, John. Here we go. Are you guys ready? Drum roll. The third and final option is... Wow, that sounds like a fast drum roll. Wait, let me do that one more time. Why do I feel like that was shorter, even though it's the same exact clip? All right. Third and final. Boom. Barry Windsor-Smith, Weapon X. Come on now. Like, Weapon X is one of the, oh my gosh, like course-changing versions of Wolverine. Wolverine, at least how he was introduced to me, was always so mysterious. His background, his history, his origin. And that was part of the appeal. Like, he was just this kind of like wanderer that you didn't know where he came from. You didn't know what his motivation was, but he was just the coolest character. He was really had a lot of like a very checkered past, and yet he was still fighting for the good of humanity and blah, 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 blah. But he was rogue also and really violent. And to understand where that came from, I can imagine was a very daunting task, because at the point that Weapon X came out, this story Weapon X came out, Wolverine already was as big and as popular of a character as you can imagine. So having Barry Windsor-Smith work on not only draw but write origin of Wolverine was probably pretty controversial, you know what I mean? But man, this story, I loved it. And I just loved the raw fury of Windsor-Smith's artwork. I will be honest, his style was not a style I was on board with when I first saw it, because imagine I was like steep into the Image guys, McFarlane, Silvestri, Jim Lee, even Paul Smith, Dave Cockrum, like those guys' version of Wolverine. So to see Barry Windsor-Smith, who came from a very almost traditional, like classic background, and to draw such a dark, violent, raw story like Weapon X, totally blew my mind. And then this kind of imagery of who Logan was, Wolverine was, and like just seeing him like with all the like wires attached to him and these like horrific experiments being done to his body was like, you know, I couldn't even imagine. It was so different than what you would imagine for superhero comics. So it really affected me. And just as I've gotten older, looking at more and more Barry Windsor-Smith's artwork, I realize what a master this guy was. His style is for sure out of my comfort level as far as an artist. Like I'm not like, oh yeah, I could do a Barry Windsor-Smith style. Like his command of like anatomy and how he treats anatomy and tech and just the choices he makes are very different from what I would naturally do. So when I was thinking of these images, I was just like, man, I I got to find something from Barry Windsor-Smith. And there's some great images of Barry Windsor-Smith, but I love this one because there are great images of Weapon X that Barry Windsor-Smith did. But I just love this one because it includes that super iconic tech helmet of Wolverine and just the blood, the way that the blood and the like stuff sticking out. It's just like raw Wolverine. He's not cleaned up like the other images. He's not put together. He's just part animal in this. And so that's why I decided to pick this image. So here is the black and white version of that, which is really cool. I've never been a huge fan of Barry Windsor-Smith's color choices. He does some very bold, different color choices, but man, his black and white art is stunning, really, really good. And not just as a comic artist, but just as a traditional artist. So yeah, that's why I picked this third image. All right, let's see. Let's see what everybody else says about this. Weapon X, Timmy Mello. Okay, all right. Can we see all three side by side? I can. I don't have that prepped, but I can. John, that's a great idea. And actually, I should do that in the future. I can do it on the fly. What I'll do is I will post the poll. I'll make that live first, and then I'll kind of mess with this stuff to do the 3x3 on the side. Rocky, be more soothing. Do some whispering. Oh, okay, sorry. Am I yelling? Because I'm going fast. I can talk quietly, Comrade Sammy. Tapping. It's weird. ASMR is weird. Fortunately, the controversial Mark Silvestri X cover didn't make the cut. Which one? The one that he's like, one of the covers I was thinking of was the one where he's on that like X cross kind of, the one that made it into Deadpool Wolverine. I love that cover. But again, that one was more like composition and just moment. He wasn't like just Wolverine in the front and center, which is why I love this image. They're all second runner-ups, but I have my choice selected, and I have to clean up my office from all the stuff I've thrown. I'm sorry, KSS. I'm sorry. Mark's Music Obsession says, why not that one, Rocky? The one I held up. Oh, geez. Which one did I hold up? I don't remember now. There's a lot, Mark. This one? Is it this one? I mean, this one's cool, but he's like, he's tiny. I wanted like big front and center, waist up shot of Wolverine. Okay, let's see. Just look at that arm force. Yeah, it's amazing. Really good. Okay. How many different Wolverine covers are there? Like 2,000? Yeah, I know. It's hard. All right. Oh, yes, that one. Yeah, Mark, I think, yeah. I mean, I love the environment. There's there's so many good ones in here. There's this one image. This one wasn't even a cover. I'll post I'll show you guys this one. I'll post the poll, and then this one wasn't even this is classic. Oh my gosh. Classic Weapon X right here. Right there. But again, I just wanted Wolverine front and center and like from the waist up. But I'll show you another one I was considering. Oh, I love this one. Look at that image of Wolverine. So cool. But this one was more full figure. You know what I mean? I know I'm putting all these rules in for myself, but I had to. Otherwise, I would just get lost in choosing. So, okay, the Wolverine on the cross cover, it looks extremely complicated to reproduce. Yeah. All right, so I am going to, let me do this. Okay, cool. Publish. All right, cool. Here we go. See, I got my poll set up already. I'm a little bit prepared, guys. Huh? So vote on which Wolverine cover I should do my next master study. This is on my community tab. Somebody posts the link in the chat, if you don't mind. Once I publish it, I haven't published it yet. But this is where I put the voting poll, and I'll push this out on X as well. But vote on which Wolverine cover I should do my next master study from. Voting will close Saturday, December 7th. So tomorrow, I usually give it like 24 hours. But there you go. Frank Miller, Todd McFarlane, Barry Windsor-Smith. Here we go. We're going live. So, all right. And I'm going to switch here. You guys, votes amongst yourselves. I will... what's a good window to be on? Here? No? Whoops. Where was I? Oh, here. Okay. Let me arrange the images. KSS says no full figure, can't change the rules because a full figure is allowed, but yes, it's true. It's absolutely true. It is a great image. That Buscema image is a really good one. Emo Trash, I see you, but you're derailing me, so I can't. If I try and understand what you're saying, I'm gonna get derailed. I gotta focus. Okay, let's see. If I can get the 3 images, how do I do this? Maybe I'll just keep. Well, no, if you guys don't mind, I will. You're just going to have to see it. Okay, move that up here. Doop, doop. And I'll hide that. And then move this up here. Bloop, bloop. And hide that. And then I will move this here and hide that. Nope. Wait. Oh yeah. Boop, boop, boop. All right, let me see if I can get these in the right order. Nope. Here, here, here. I gotta shrink them a little bit. And shrink this. All right, there we go. Does that work for you, John? So just, I mean, I could label them ABC, but I think you get the picture. Let me make them center because I'm OCD like that. A, B, and C, they're just in order there. How's that work, John? I feel like we need some sort of like music while you guys vote. Let me see. How's the vote going? Ooh, that Todd McFarlane. 4 votes. That Todd McFarlane is kind of running fast. Todd McFarlane's winning so far, guys. Middle one. I could get my head out of the way. It's true. Emo Trash says, to be honest, Rocky, it's taking everything in me to keep myself on a singular track at the moment. It's all right. It's all right. All we need from you, Emo Trash, is your vote. And then you can tackle the problems coming up in this weekend. Emo Trash says, I want to go to bed, but going to sleep before midnight never really seems to work for me unless I'm like lethally ill. Go to bed? It's only, I think, if I got your time zone correct, 3:30. You can take a little power nap. Take a Friday nap. I'm down with a Friday nap. Can you see who votes? No, I can't see who votes. I can't. Is that good or bad? You can tell me who you vote for, Mark. You can, I think sometimes like, I can't remember if it was Cranberry or Awesome One would put in the comments like, oh, I voted for this. So you could do that if you wanted, but I can't see who actually votes, which is probably good. All right. John says, I'm a rebel. I voted Barry. Oh, Barry Windsor-Smith. Nice. All right, John. I'm into that. There you go. John's not afraid to share who he voted for. McFarlane still waiting. Nobody's voting for the Frank Miller. No kidding. Frank Miller's so controversial, that guy. Frank Miller's one of my favorites, but everybody is... I'm sure I'm going to open up a can of worms here, but everybody's talking about like his current style. And I was on Bancroft's chat the other day, and so many people were just poo-pooing on, maybe KSSS, you might have been there. So many people were poo-pooing on Frank Miller's current style. And I have to tell you, like, it is very different from, like, say, this era of Frank Miller. But man, that guy, he just knows how to create a response with his artwork. And I would argue, as an artist, it is better to have artwork that creates a response, whether that is positive or negative, than it is for people to look at your artwork and go, yeah, it's good, and then like totally forget it. Like, that is what art is for. It's supposed to help you. It's to get you to respond. It's to get you to connect, to emote, to react. And if you have artwork that, like, I don't want to say plays it safe, but just kind of like skims past people's attention, and in this day and age where you are being bombarded with 100 million different things to get your attention, and your artwork just is one of those things that just flies past your attention, you're just like, man, yeah, that's cool. I would say that's not. I would rather have art that people go, oh my gosh, did you see that? That was so ugly. And they just talking about it and like reacting to it, and it makes them want to, not that I want people to hate my art, but like, you know, comment on it and like, you know what, I could do something better than that, and like try and push through it or understand it. Like, I would rather be that kind of artist. And I would argue that Frank Miller, every single time he had a different style change or a switch in his career, whether that had to do with the choices he made, his what he was believing in at that time, what he was being influenced at that time, or things he was trying to make a statement about, I would argue that Frank Miller has always created art that has made people react in a big way, in a dramatic way. Think of like when he shifted from his this style, this Wolverine, you know, the Daredevil kind of style, to Dark Knight Returns. People are like, oh my gosh, he made a fat Batman, like a fat old Batman. Like, what kind of crazy thing was that? And then from that, and it turned into be, a lot of people like myself became like their favorite version of Batman. And then from that version, he went to like Sin City. When that came out, people were like, oh my gosh, what is he doing? He's just drawing like black and white negative shadows. Like, I can't see what he's doing. But holy cow, his Sin City stuff is some of the most iconic comic artwork to come out within the last, you know, few decades. And then he did Dark Knight 2. And when that first came out, it was just kind of, oh, it's like, you know, all this weird imagery he did. But if you look at that stuff black and white, I have a flip through video of Dark Knight 2 black. They call it, I want to say Noir Edition or something like that. But when that came out, if you look at the black and white artwork of that, and granted the colors, I'd say, are not at the level of what the black and white art is, you will realize like, oh my gosh, like he's evolving again. And that's kind of where his new stuff is. And I've heard people talk about like his health and, you know, him like getting too old, which are probably all factors of how his artwork has evolved. But Frank Miller's artwork always elicits a response, good, bad, anywhere in between. It's never like mediocre, like lukewarm art. And you never want to be lukewarm as an artist. You always want to be creating that reaction. So that's my spiel on Frank Miller. That's why I love what he does. And nobody can question that guy can tell a great story. He can tell a story. He is so good at the art and the craft of storytelling. Like, he's one of the best. Oh, Ronin is another one. Oh my gosh, Ronin, like, holy cow. He was doing some weird, crazy stuff on Ronin, but it was amazing in my mind. Mark's Music, yeah, the Miller cover was terrible. I like 300. 300 was another one. Yep. I voted Todd, KSS says. Though Windsor-Smith arguably has better command of human anatomy, I prefer Wolverine classic costume. Great argument there, or great reasoning there, KSS says. That and Miller's right arm always looked off to me. The right arm with the claws, yeah, I can see that. I love the vote for Todd, though. You know, I already talked about how much I love that Todd McFarlane cover, which is winning right now. 5 votes, winning. Let's see. Katie says she's sorry. She didn't know you were streaming, that she'll try to pop in if you're still streaming. No problem. It's okay to cross over. Nothing to be sorry about. I'm sorry that I'm streaming when she's streaming. She also wants to know if you want a cup of tea. I do. I would love a cup of tea. So pass that message on to Katie for me, if you will. 4 hours of sleep is a norm for me. Same to me, Mello. Did Rocky mention which one would be the hardest? I'm not going to tell you which one would be the hardest, Comrade Sammy, because I know you will vote for that one. But you can make a guess at looking at all these. They're all difficult. Let me hold on while I have you guys still on. I'm going to post this link onto X. Just while we're here. Oh, I guess I could do this. Oh, wait, no. Wait. Oh, that's how I do it. Duh. Vote now. Which Wolverine cover should I master study? And I'll add the image. Oh, shoot. So many things. Goodness gracious. All right, cool. It's on X now. For those of you who are on X, if you don't mind, please retweet that out. Let's get more votes in here. We've got 5 votes right now. Only 5 people voting at her, but it's okay. We'll give it some time. Usually get like upwards of 10 votes on these stuff, so they'll be good. We don't want any ties. I just jinxed it. Now there's going to be a whole coup to make a tie. But Timmy Mello says the stroke robbed him. I mean, did he officially have a stroke? I know a lot of people, we're talking about Frank Miller here. I know a lot of people speculated that. I know that he was definitely affected by alcoholism. They talked about that in the Frank Miller documentary that I watched. So that for sure wrecked his system. Frank Miller is a controversial figure as far as his political views. And so that has rubbed people the wrong way. And he's kind of a rebel. So he always tends to do the big, middle finger to people when it comes to the stories he wants to tell. And I admire him as an artist for that. He did that story, Holy Terror, which I have a copy of. That might be worth flipping through one day. But I love it. It's great. It's so great. And talk about getting a response, not only in the artwork, but just the writing in that. And you're just like, all right, Frank, like he was not lukewarm about what he was feeling when it came to the 9/11 terrorist attacks. So that it's hard to find. Holy Terror is now, but it's such a great snapshot of him as an artist commenting on the culture and what was going on and expressing that through comics. I love it. Whether you agree with it or not, I love it. KSSS says, I love Miller's stuff. Look at his classic Daredevil art. It's just that one arm looks off. It's bothered me for decades. No problem. I mean, I get you. I hear you. Emo Trash, I'm going to be unapologetically dramatic about my convictions. I understand the shock value, but I didn't like it. Fair enough, Mark. And I'm not saying I love everything that Frank Miller does. I think I just push back against people that are just like, this is the worst thing ever. You know, Miller doesn't know what he's doing anymore. He's just like, you know, I don't believe it. I think Miller knows exactly what he's doing. I think if he is incapacitated physically or, you know, can't draw, he's still trying to push what he does. You know, I have a really good friend of mine who is working in the animation industry. Phenomenal storyboard artist, yeah, great guy. I've talked about him on stream before. His name is Jamie Baker, and he's actually a comic guy too. I've tried to get him on stream. Jamie Baker, if you are watching this, you need to come on stream with me because the world needs to meet you. But anyway, I've worked with Jamie Baker. He's been just a great friend, and he hopefully, I don't think Jamie would really mind me saying this. It's not like it's private knowledge, but Jamie had a stroke very young. He had a stroke, a fluke, kind of a freak accident and a stroke. And Jamie was right-handed, and he had to learn how to draw with his left hand. And he knew, like, this is how I make my living. I've got to push through this. And so he started drawing with his left hand, and Jamie Baker was this amazing draftsman before the stroke happened. When he went through his stroke, he had to start from the ground up, but you could still see the hints of genius because the artist was still there, even though his physical body couldn't match up to it at the time. And he slowly built up. And I would argue, not even argue, I know Jamie Baker draws way better than I do with his left hand than I do with my right hand. I'm right-handed all my life. And the stuff that he's doing now looks way better than anything I could ever dream of doing. So, but it's different than how he used to draw. He had to adapt. He had to evolve with what his body was telling him and what the limitations he had. But that didn't make him any less of an artist. And so, again, I think the same thing for me. I don't know Frank Miller at all, but I've heard these stories and you know, I don't want to call them rumors, but like I've heard these things of what might have happened to him physically. And if that is the case, if that is true, the guy's still doing it. He's still doing it. You don't have to like it, but man, I admire him so much. And I admire him a lot has to do with how much he's changed and impacted me as a comic fan. Dark Knight Returns, Sin City 300. Absolutely love the art in those. Me too. I'm only being an 80% more crashed out version of myself. Oh my gosh, emo trash. Choose to remain mad about everything she's got to work on. It's okay. Can be mad. Express it in the art. Get it out there. Be mad in your art. Maybe that's the Frank Miller way. Mark's Music Confession voted Todd McFarlane. All right, cool. Whoa. We are tied 50-50, 60% Todd McFarlane, Barry. Nobody's voting Frank Miller. No problem. Todd McFarlane, Barry Windsor-Smith are in a tie right now, everybody. Cup of tea, hashtag. The days aren't moving fast enough for me. I'm trying to make it to the first of the year. We're almost there. Thank you, Mark's Music Obsession, for reposting. Love it. Can we have a vote on whether or not emo will make it or not? I'll do that in the poll. I'll do that in the poll. I'll do that. Here we go, emo trash. Maybe this will make you feel better. Will emo trash make it to the end of the year? There's a poll. We got 2 polls going on. 1 for the master study and 2 in the chat. Will emo trash, our friend emo trash, will she make it to the end of the year? Your vote matters. Take care of the body God has blessed you with. You only get one. It's so true. It's so true. Body I have already has several defects. I know you've shared emo trash, and that is is tough, but you're doing it. You are doing it. So we believe in you. You're going to make it. Art and Times J. Ryan, the only correct vote is the Barry Windsor-Smith Weapon X. Don't waste your vote, people. What's up, Art and Times J. Ryan?
It's actually a really good sculpt.
I'm going to guess we know which one you voted for. So thank you very much. Talk about voting for a hard one. None of these are easy by any stretch of the imagination. None of these are easy. But thank you for your vote. Good to see you. We're at 50-50 tie now. Yes. Jay Ryan is not wrong, but he day drinks pick Todd because of the reasoning I mentioned above. This is the worst thing ever. J 2024 when referring to the most things. Worst thing ever. J 2024 when referring to most things. That's right. What do we got in the poll so far? Emo trash. People think you're going to make it. 7 votes say you're going to make it, Emo Trash. You're going to make it. I ain't even held together by duct tape. It's more like painter's tape. Rocky, perhaps you should do a master study of just Frank Miller sometime. Yes, I will. I will. There are like Shant and other people have mentioned Jason Pearson. Woo! I love Jason Pearson. If I had to pick a style, I love Jason Pearson. He frightens me to do a master study of because I admire him so much. Not that I don't admire these other guys so much, but he, for some odd reason, frightens me of how good that guy is and what he accomplished in his work. So that was one. Frank Miller's another one that frightens me. This is the first. I did have one master study I was thinking of doing that was just Frank Miller work, which might still happen. Actually, to be specific, Frank Miller Daredevil work. I have some images picked out there, so it might still happen because I have a lot to learn from that. So yeah, it might happen. Power of the mind, it can overcome and adapt. It can. It's incredible. It's incredible what the human mind can do when it wants to do it. And the determination in the human spirit is unbelievable what it can overcome. So, but that doesn't make it any easier. And it took my friend Jamie years to get back to where he is. And I'll tell you guys, he's still working for Pixar. Look up his name, Jamie Baker. That guy has worked on incredible things. He was one of the main designers and did the fantastic. He was one of the main storyboarders on the Bruce sequence for for Finding Nemo, which one of my all-time favorite Pixar movies. And so he did these incredible images of Bruce the shark in the designs. I'm gonna pull it out while we are waiting for this poll. I'm gonna wrap up soon. Told you it was gonna be a fast stream, but I'm gonna pull out some Jamie Baker work, and you guys will be amazed. Hang on. Oh man, I don't want to like spoil it. I gotta get he's shy. He's not shy. He's super funny too, but I think he's shy to be on stream. I gotta get him on here. The reason I want to get on here is because I feel like an artist like him would not get the exposure that he deserves. He's so talented. But let me see if I can find some Jamie Baker images. I don't have my camera set up. Can I set that up really quick? Oh, geez, you guys. No, I can't. I'm sorry. I'll just hold it up to screen. I know, I can go. Well, no. All right. I'll hold it up to screen. This is Jamie Baker right here with Bruce the Shark. I mean, are you kidding me? That was some design. Ooh, that was some design stuff he did for Bruce the Shark. I thought that in... Oh, yeah, you guys can't see. Well, I'll hold it up a little closer. This is from the Art of Nemo book. I don't know if you guys can see that well. Probably not. Not super focused. But this was like a storyboard sequence where like Bruce is chasing them through that ship. That's Jamie Baker. And for somebody to be a great designer, a visual designer, and a storyboard, like somebody who knows story really well, that's not easy. And that's Jamie Baker. Like such a good story artist. I wanna, do they have an index here? I don't think they have an index of people. Okay, yeah, I don't know if I can find any more Jamie Baker stuff in... You guys remember the Pelican from... There's Jamie Baker up here. I'm sorry that I don't have it like set up that I can show my overhead shot really nice, but he did some designs on the Pelican. Whoops. Let me see if I can find one more. He's all through. So if you have this Art of Finding Nemo book, Jamie Baker's all in this book. Gil. You guys remember Gil? He's kind of like the grizzled. This is all Jamie Baker. Anyway, super talented guy. And I'm not going to flip through this because I'm determined to get him on stream and I want to talk about this stuff on stream. But this was a comic book that he worked on, an independent comic book called Rocket Rabbit. And I hope he does more. I love his stuff. Great sense of humor. You guys can find, if you look up, let me see if I just do a quick search here. Yeah, if you go to, I wonder if this, so he has a blog. I just want to make sure that this is, yeah. All right, I'm going to put his website in the chat because, again, it's worth it for him to see, for you guys to see his work. But that's Jamie Baker. And let's see what this, check it out, Emo Trash. 8 votes. You 100%, you're going to make it to the poll, to the end of the year. So I just ended that poll because you did it. You did it. We all believe in you. So yeah, I put that link to Jamie Baker's website. Go check it out. Give the guy some love. He's amazing. Incredible guy. He does this blog and I don't know how often he puts it out, but it's kind of like his like diary of his life and his experiences. And they're so funny and really heartfelt. And he's amazing. Art of Times J. Ryan says, I'm not here to hate on Frank, but at some point you either bow out gracefully or continue to ride the coattails of your past success, which then tarnishes all your past achievements. I can see that. I can see why people think that. I don't know if he's doing that. Maybe he is, and maybe I'm just duped. Maybe I've just drank the Frank Miller Kool-Aid. I don't think he's doing that. I really don't. I think that he is just evolving, and based on his own mind, physical capabilities, what he wants to do in comics now, this is what he's doing. So yeah. And we all want Frank Miller to do the next Dark Knight Returns or the next Wolverine series again and back like the old days, but he's where he is. I don't know where I will be when I'm his age, which Frank Miller's got to be in his late 60s, early 70s. I don't know what kind of artwork I will be producing, but I guarantee you it won't be like what I'm doing now. Emo Trash says, I'll make it. There's just no guarantee I won't be without complaint. That's okay. That wasn't part of the poll. So you'll make it. Let me check on the poll. Barry Windsor-Smith is pulling out in front. She'll make it, and she'll look back on it one day and say, why can't things be exactly KSSS? I totally agree with you. Todd cover was a battle for sure, Timmy Mello said. Oh, when you were doing your homage to that? Yeah. That one will not be easy. Now I'm learning that apparently Lucky is done. I called the house phone. Oh, wait. Okay, this is totally different now. Now where are you going, emo trash? No, you gotta stay. Fish are friends, not food. That's right. I love Nemo. Nemo is so good, that movie. Lucky got his teeth pulled out? What the? Nausea setting him, definitely on the verge of full blown. Oh no, Comrade Sammy. I'm going to be like totally old Asian man and say, go drink some water. No, nausea is the worst. Nausea is the absolute worst. Anything that's affiliated with nausea. My wife had extreme nausea when she was pregnant with our kids, and it was not fun. And I wasn't even experiencing it myself. It was not fun. Probably doesn't help that I'm staring at a screen. Yeah, probably. Rocky, Masters. Ooh, KSSS. Don't say that. Don't use the Rocketeer. Use art from Alien World so people like young NTM Comics learns his women were more than just Betty Page. Thank you. Noted. Dave Stevens is another one I'm like, gah, that would be so hard. Because I think it will remind me of how bad of an artist I am to try and do anything that Dave Stevens has created. But not my Rocketeer, really. Rocketeer is so good. Dave Stevens' master study is a must. Okay, noted, guys, noted. Not that I haven't ever thought of that. It's just one of those that just like scares me. Really scares me. Bruce the Shark. Bruce the Shark. Nice. Baby Shark pops in my head when you say Bruce the Shark. My kids never got it. We're probably too old to get into Baby Shark. So I never was inundated with that song to have it burned in my brain. So I won't start, Diesel. Let's see. Short stream, not that I'm complaining. Yes, I do have to wrap it up here, guys. Next 5 minutes, I'm telling you. Let's see. Rocky, the professional streamer, is holding up art to the camera while not being full screen. Do not try this at home. I know. I should have thought of it. I wasn't thinking it was going to go down that Jamie Baker rabbit hole. I should always be prepared. I've never been about Boy Scout, so maybe that's the problem. But next time I got to remember, get the overhead camera set up so that you can do something really quick like that. Gil the Fish. Yep. Would you ever consider doing a mangaka as a master study? Yes, I would consider that. But how come Miyazaki is not in that list? Art and Times of Jay Ryan. What the heck? Shiro? Ooh, gosh. Otomo? Oh my gosh. Are you kidding? Shanthan Jetty art? I'm not kidding, Sean. I got one guess of which one you would vote for. One guess. Can anybody guess which one Shanthan Jetty art would vote for? I give you one guess. KSSS says do a master study of Jay Ryan. That's like super meta right there. Shanth, what's up? Rocky, I voted in that poll myself. Awesome. Well, I'm glad that you think you're going to make it because you will. That's great. That's a step in the right direction, emo trash. So good to see you, Shanth. How you been? I am a full-blown framboy. It's absolutely right. Rocky doesn't day drink enough for that. Happy birthday, Shanthan Jetty art. Let's go. KSSS is day drinking Friday. It's not even the day. It's still the day, but afternoon for me. day drinking is allowed. Drinking water, let's hope it doesn't come back up. Oh, I'm so sorry, Comrade Zammy. Lemon helped with some nausea. Lemon in the water. Mint tea. Cannot agree with you any more than that. KSSS, absolute giant. Gone too soon. Part of my problem was right now is all at the crack of dawn. That's why. Get some rest, Emo Trash. You've got some time. Take a Friday nap. You and Comrade Sammy, take a Friday nap. Hopefully that will help with both the nausea, the headache, and the stress of what you've got to do. Mark Schultz would be great as well. Oh, goodness. There's too many, everybody. There's too many. But I love all these suggestions. Mark Schultz. Yes, he's a brush master. Shanth actually sent me a video of Mark Schultz inking, which I've only watched maybe like a minute of it. And I had to stop because I was like, this is not fair. That a human being could do what this guy could do with a brush. Not fair. Him and Dave Stevens both. Brush masters. Shanth will vote for the winner, of course. Moral imperative. It's always drink o'clock somewhere. That's right. Garlic clove soaked in honey. I've never heard that before. That sounds like a vampire elixir. I won't sleep in. You won't sleep tonight if you don't take a nap, Comrade Sammy. So there, take that. All right. I think I caught up on the chat. There we go, guys. I do have to go. How about that for a short stream? 1 hour. I got 1 hour 22 minutes on my account. So I did it. See, I did it. KSSS says Alex Raymond. Ouch. Dave Stevens, Mark Schultz, Adam Hughes. Adam Hughes. Next thing you tell me to draw Adam Hughes like a Wonder Woman cover or an Adam Hughes Catwoman cover. Oh my gosh. Adam Hughes? No, thank you. Adam Hughes would be amazing. That would be amazing. All right. I'm not closing the door on any of those guys. But I am frightened by all of them. So thank you for the suggestions. Mark Schultz, Alex Raymond Davis. I'm going to look back and remember that for sure, KSS, because those are all great, super great suggestions. John says, ironically, it's an Asian home remedy. I've never heard of that. Garlic and honey. You know, I've done honey and green onions before, like boiled. Oh, no, it's ginger, green onions, and then you add some honey or rock sugar. That is really good for like a cough or like a chest congestion, but I haven't heard it for nausea. Just under 130. We're going to make it. 124 I'm at. Fun, short stream. Mark's Music Obsession. Everybody go vote. If you haven't voted, shut it. KSS, I would not even venture that close. Everybody have a great Friday. Thank you for joining me for this vote. Tell your friends to add to the vote. We're going to keep it open till tomorrow. I'll probably make the decision tomorrow evening-ish. I'll post it on X and the community tab, which one I'm going to go with. But right now, we are at 8 votes, tied. Todd McFarlane, Barry Windsor-Smith. I'm assuming Frank Miller's out unless 8 random people come in and vote for Frank Miller. No problem. Todd McFarlane, Barry Windsor-Smith. Holy cow. So exciting. But yeah, tell your friends to vote to push whatever choice you voted for over the hill. Over the hill? Over the line. I'm over the hill. And thank you so much for joining me for this quick stream. It was so good chatting with you guys. Have a great Friday, great weekend. Hit that like if you don't mind. We got to push towards 500 subscribers. And more votes and more people with eyes on this to have fun in this chat with us. But I enjoyed so much being with you guys and talking with you all. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next week. And we'll get started on this new master study, whichever one it may be. Barry Windsor-Smith, Todd McFarlane. It's going to be a good one. All right, everybody, take it easy. See you later.